played. I don't. So I can't. I'm like,
It's growing. I'm not playing either. I got a hammer in the room. You got the hammer.
I've heard a lot of guys my age. There's a lot of injuries.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get back started. May 7th, 2025, regular board meeting. First thing we got is number 4, Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Moore.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 5, reflection. Mr. Mills.
Thank you. I wrote it out so that I wouldn't sit up here and ramble all afternoon. My love for athletics started as a little kid growing up in Somerset, Kentucky, when my friends and I couldn't wait to watch my uncle coach and my older cousins play football on Friday nights in the fall. I still remember going to Cardinal Stadium in Louisville in 1988 to watch the state finals. I remember the snow, the cold, and the emotion the players showed when they lost. I also remember the excitement in the community that week leading up to the game. Attending a pep rally at the high school as a fourth grader was a big deal. And when I had the opportunity to play high school football as a Briar jumper, I didn't think life could get any better. I was never part of a state championship team as a player, but I'm glad that in 2019, my uncle, who had retired from coaching many years before, and many other alum like myself were able to watch the Briar Jumpers win a state football championship. 400 kids attended Somerset High School when I was there, and when I first began my teaching career at Takes Creek 23 years ago, it was a little bit of culture shock to be surrounded by 1,800 kids and 150 adults, along with all the options that kids had to choose from, not only from sports, but clubs and classes too. As an educator, it's always been a non-negotiable for me that our kids who were involved in athletics be students first. That's how I was raised. But I realized very quickly as a young teacher, and especially as an administrator, that athletics contribute a great deal to the culture of a school community. And maintaining the balance between academic excellence and athletics is not always easy, but necessary. I imagine that every single one of us sitting at this table has not always been treated kindly because we made a decision about athletics that was not popular. While that unpopular decision with some of the stakeholders was not always well received, it was the right thing to do. I know all of you, like me, takes the responsibility of being a solid role model for kids very seriously. You do what's right, especially when nobody is watching. Athletics also brings diverse groups of people together who may not have ever crossed one another's paths. I guarantee I wouldn't have met many of you or various other friends that I have had it not been for athletics. As a principal, I was able to watch my girls' track team and baseball team win state titles in the same season, only days apart. You can't put a price on how events like this brings the community together in a positive way and the impact it has on kids. My foundation of strong values and character were instilled in me by my family and was strengthened and solidified through my involvement in sports as an athlete and as an administrator. I've learned the importance of resiliency, humility, integrity, hard work, collaboration, conflict resolution, follow through, dependability, honesty, and building strong relationships. Athletics has definitely played a role in helping shape who I am to this day, and I wouldn't change any of the experiences I've had with athletics for all the money in the world, whether as a student athlete, a school level building administrator, to now as a district administrator. As I close today's reflection, I'd like to welcome and congratulate the newest board members on your election to this great group, say a heartfelt thank you to the amazing KHSAA staff, and extend my sincere appreciation to the current and past board members I've served with over the years. I truly appreciate each of you and your unwavering dedication and support to students and schools across our state. I've learned a great deal from all of you in this room, and your service does not go unnoticed. Thank you.
The next on the agenda, 6.3, starts the reports. We're going to roll all those reports over to include 6.3.5.3. So 6.3.6, accept all the reports and information up for the board. The recommendation is to accept all the reports that were presented for information of the board and direct any necessary action based on such discussion. So I need a motion to accept the recommendation. Gavin, second. Brandy, any discussion? Seeing none. Raise your right hand if you approve. Any dissent? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.1.1, the assignments of team rooms for team championships. The recommendation is to accept the item as presented and direct any action necessary for discussion. And I'm not sure where did we leave this. We're going to look more into about the teams. Okay. All right. So I need a motion to accept the item. Damon, second. Noel, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any objections? None. The motion passes. 6.4.1.2, the football reclassification project. The recommendation is to accept the item as presented and direct any action necessary based on discussion. I need a motion to accept. Michael, second. Marty, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.1.3, discussion of lacrosse. The recommendation is to accept the item as presented and direct any action necessary based on the discussions. Do I need a motion to accept? Jimmy, second. Chuck, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any objection? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.1.4, tennis state tournament bracket construction and facility. The motion or the recommendation is to accept the item as presented and direct any action necessary based on a discussion. So I need a motion to accept the recommendation. David, second. Brandy, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any objections? Motion passes. 6.4.1.5, state soccer tournament bracket construction. The recommendation is to accept the item as presented and direct any action necessary based on the discussion. I need a motion to accept. Jimmy, second. Randy, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, raise your right hand in favor. Any objection? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.1.6, state soccer championship site considerations. The recommendation is to accept the item as presented and direct any action necessary based on a discussion and authorize the commissioner to enter into a hosting agreement and report to the Board of Control in July. I need a motion to accept the recommendation. Noel, second. Brian, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any objection? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.2.1, the review schedule of meetings, 2025-26, including summer July 31st, August 2nd. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action. Need a motion. Russell, second. Damon, any discussion? None. Raise your right hand to approve. Any disapprove? Objections? Seeing none. Passes. 6.4.2.2, review draft calendar for the 2025-26 and 26-27. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize the necessary action. Need a motion to accept the recommendation. Chuck, second. Brandy, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any object? Motion passes. 6.4.2.3, discuss field hockey and lacrosse postseason timelines and schedules. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action. Need a motion to accept. Who's not in the book yet? Andy, one. Yep. Claudette, second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Objections? Motion passes. 6.4.2.4, discuss state soccer championship calendar. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize the necessary action. Need a motion to accept. Kevin, Randy, second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any objection? Motion passes. 6.4.4.1 legislative report and status of regulations, including review of submitted materials. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action. Need a motion to accept? Randy. Second is Marty. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Any objection? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.4.2.1 discussion of possible amendments and proposals, bylaws 6 and transfer rule. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action. Need a motion to accept. Chuck, Jimmy, second. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Motion passes. 6.4.4.2.2 discussion of possible amendments and proposals, bylaw 7, non-domestic students. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize the necessary action. Need a motion to accept. Noel, second. Claudette, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.4.4.2.3 discussion of possible amendment, any changes to policies and procedures. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action. Need a motion? Brian, got it? Second. Chuck, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposition? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.1.1 review golf cart plan of discussion. Solicitation and restrictions. The recommendation is accept the proposed competition rules amendments regarding carts, specifically one cart per full team entered into the state first and final rounds, and to modify the state first round specifications to ensure the handling of this requirement in the future. Need a motion to accept. Damon, second. Claudette, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.2, 6.5.2.1, review evaluation plan per 702 KHR. It's reviewed at the what's the baseball, yeah, state meeting. So the recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action with the executive audit committee to review the evaluation with the commissioner at the designated time in the spring championships and direct execution of the necessary contract adjustments. Need a motion to accept. Lay it down there. No. Second, Dave. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposition? Being none, motion passes. 6.5.2.2 election of president-elect 2025-26. So I need a motion at this time to, there you go, we got a motion for
Damon Kelly.
Damon Kelly, second. Claudette. Just move on. Yeah, any discussion or anything? Run, somebody want to run? Any other nominations?
I couldn't get my hand up fast.
Okay, so all in favor, raise your right hand. The opposition? Unanimous, Damon. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
6.5.2.3 minutes of the February meeting. The motion or the recommendation is to approve minutes and direct publication. Need a motion to accept. We got Randy, Marty, second. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.2.4 finance reports and budget review. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action. Mandy, need a second? Noel, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.2.4.1 extension of the Reinhardt's trophy contract. The recommendation is to accept the report and authorize necessary action including the execution of the contract extension for a 4-year period. Need a motion to accept that. Randy, second. Chuck, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.2.4.2, approve financial reports for July to current. The recommendation is to accept the reports of the year-to-date operation. Need a motion to accept. Sue, need a second? No? Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposition? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.2.4.3, approved budget amendment related to museum and storage area. The recommendation is to accept the report and approve the budget or the project as an amendment to the 2024-25 budget. I need a motion to accept the recommendation. Michael, second. Jimmy, any discussion?
Did you all like one of the clips off the top of the wall up there?
All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.2.4.4, the approval of the replacement automobile. The recommendation is to approve the purchase to be charged to the internal sponsorship expenses. I need a motion to accept that recommendation. Noel, second. Claudette, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passed. 6.5.3.1, consideration for additional sanctions for ejections by adults at contests. The recommendation is to approve the changing of the fine for ejection of an adult directly associated with the team to $200. This penalty is doubled for the second ejection, with the third ejection being suspension from the remainder of the season. This penalty would be along with the requirement of the completion of the NFHS teaching and modeling behavior course prior to coaching in the next contest, with a school failing to enforce this requirement subject to penalties under bylaw 27. I have Claudette, I have a second. Marty, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. 6.5.3.2, require National Federation of High School Sportsmanship for ejected students. The recommendation is to approve the change to require the completion of the sportsmanship course by a student ejected from a contest, with a school failing to enforce this requirement subject to penalties under bylaw 27. I need a motion to accept that recommendation. Michael, second. Gavin, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposition? Seeing none, motion passes. Brings us to, for the good of the order. First of all, I want to congratulate Marty on a term well served. It was
Thank
awesome serving with you. Awesome reflection. So very, very powerful. At this time, is anybody maybe Coy going off? You want to have anything to say? Coy, amen. Took off. Ready?
Last hard.
Boy, has spoken.
All they do is like,
I mean, said something. All right. So good enough. No, appreciate it. I want to hold up anybody's time or anything. If anybody got anything good for the cause, I want to say, yes, sir.
I think we should recognize that Mr. Bilberry was inducted into our Hall of Fame and recognize him for that great song.
Good job, Bill. Thank you. Good job, Bill.
He still looks like he could play today.
Looks convenient. But I do want to bring up something, Marty. Were you even alive in 1983?
I was, yeah.
How old were you? Well, you don't have to answer that.
I don't mind. I was 4'3".
Oh, okay. So
I remember.
You weren't at the Somerset
No.
Knox State Championship.
I was there. I just don't remember it.
I got some VHS tapes if you want me to.
Scott, yeah. Mr. Bond, your last meeting. So you're going to be gone, but you're still going to be with us in some capacity, correct? We need you. Yeah, I was going to say, you'll be around.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, like, kind of what Marty said, you know, obviously, I knew a couple of them, but, you
you know, the others that I got to meet, you know, I never would have got to do that if that's been involved with athletics. So I appreciate what you do in your community. You know, for the staff, I was telling, I think I told Joe, you know, a lot of them I knew from working the basketball conference, but just, you know, passion. But it's been great to work with you, get to know you a little better, your family. Most of you I like. Very hardworking staff, you know all that, but I do appreciate my time here, but I wish the best of luck.
Thanks, Scott.
Let me say one thing, because we're getting ready to come in a pivotal time these next few months. And we're gonna get a spotlight on us a lot of people don't like. And we absolutely have to remember that it really doesn't always matter what the people back home think. You're making decisions for every kid in the state. That's a hard thing to separate yourself from. Just because they don't do it this way in Western Kentucky, you don't do it this way in the mountain. You gotta do it for the best for what's everybody. And that's hard. And we respect that and understand. We just keep the communication lines open. We head down this pivotal path.
Does that need a motion to adjourn? Marty, since you're last,
I'll make a
Marty,
motion.
yeah, need a second? Michael? Yes, sir.
You folks are far away, have already left. They're halfway on.
All in favor of adjourning, raise your right hand. Any objection? You guys in July?
Right.